Hi ladies, welcome to the channel. This is Silver Crown Beauty. And today's topic, we're going to be talking about, guess what? Gray hair. The reason why I wanted to do this, ladies, because I have really wanted to be talking about like my journey, my transition time. As some of you might know, is that my gray hair started at a very young age. Like I would say like definitely in my 20s. I started to get this like little gray hair streak. So it's definitely been a transition. It's definitely been a journey. And I definitely want to talk about it because as a modest woman, as well as a traditional woman, a natural woman, my hair is natural. There's been a lot of changes that has taken place. So today we're going to focus on gray hair. So if you are interested in today's topic, please stay tuned. So the reason why I wanted to bring up the gray hair thing is because I started to transition quite early, and it has been a journey that I have struggled with. I have struggled with accepting my gray hair, accepting my natural beauty. I have been accepting not, wanting to wear makeup, and also the clothing, the conservative type clothing. So when you have all three of these things working with you, then sometimes you really start to go through maybe a dark period. So because a lot of people are cruel, they're mean, they say mean things to you, as well as your family members as well. Like your family members, your siblings, they may start to say things, especially depending on what type of woman you was prior. Meaning, like for me, I knew all about doing hair. I know how to do all different types of hairstyles. And when you start to like change like from the so-called social norm, people start to treat you different. They start, saying things like, oh, you look older or whatever the case is. But I know I don't look older. Like if I literally dyed my hair, you probably would think I was in my 20s. However, the fact of my hair being gray, people, and it's not a weave being gray, people will, think automatically that you're older until they look at your face, and then they're like, nah, she's not older. So, because I definitely can't get the free stuff that the older people actually get. I can't get the discounts that the older people can get. So I know it ain't working with my face. It's just the hair. So it leaves people a little confused because they're not sure. Is she older? Is she younger? So it really just depends on what I'm wearing. So that's why a lot of times, yes, people will just assume that you're older if they see you from the back. And that's one reason why a lot of people just do not want to go gray. So it's definitely something that you have to learn how to accept. Transitioning to gray hair starts not just from the outside, but really in the inside. You have to learn to love your hair. God is obviously dealing with you in some way to take the time out to actually start doing your hair. For him to start to change your hair white, it's just an amazing and beautiful thing. He's making you into something beautiful. So and it's something that the world, unfortunately, society is just backwards and mean and cruel, because they want people to stay looking like they're 18 forever, and that's just not the case. So they put all this tremendous pressure on women, particularly women. There's men that watch this channel too, and yes, there is definitely times I'm going to be addressing some of the issues that the men face, but I know women face a lot more issues when they start to wanting to transition, when they want to start having more traditional values, dressing conservative, dressing modest. We start to face more opposition, more prejudice, more stereotype, because it's all about the change. It's all about what God wants you to be. So this is why today I did a big hair don't care type of time. My hair was in like little mini twists, well, not mini twists, they were just in regular twists. And because I am going through like a protective styling phase, which, ladies, I will be talking about this whole, growing your hair out as well, because a lot of people also are suffering from their hair being short, which is also reasons why they don't want to wear their hair out. Obviously, there's a lot of things there's a lot of, we as women want long hair. This is why there's such a, billion-dollar industry of people like doing extreme things to have long hair, even if it has to be someone else's. So definitely long hair is in a woman to admire and to want. I mean, since the beginning of time, since all the movies, all of the princess movies always portrayed women with long hair as beautiful. In all of the princess movies, you see the girls with long hair in some way. So it's always been, since the beginning of time, since the beginning of women's beauty emerging, that long hair was something of value to a woman. It is her glory at the end of the day. So therefore, so one of the things I definitely want to talk about on this channel is how to grow your hair out long and healthy and strong, and also to not be ashamed of your hair, you know, whatever texture or type or that you have. And also, if your hair starts to transition like mine, you know, don't be ashamed of it, ladies. You know, this is what it is. You know, whoever you involve yourself with has to know that this is who you are. It is horrible when you have to constantly try to look like someone else or try to be something that you're not. I mean, how long can you keep that up? You know, people get sick. They get, sometimes, you know, you don't maybe not have the money to go out here and go to the hairdresser. Going to the hairdresser nowadays is not the same way as it used to be. You know, people are spending $500, $600, $700, $1,000, 2,000 on these hairstyles. So I'm like, where is the money coming from? Because I know I would not be spending this type of money, which is why I definitely am thankful I know how to do hair. But anyway, back to the subject at hand. So the subject at hand is all about your silver locks, ladies. When your hair starts to change, the best thing really is, the first thing really is acceptance. This is who you are. This is what you look like. This is what your hair is going to look like. You know, one other thing you will know about hair, silver hair, is that it is more fragile. Not only is it more fragile, as it starts to turn whiter and whiter, depending on what you eat, your diet, everything, your hair can become more drier as well. So it is very important to keep your hair very moisturized as your hair starts to change silver. As it starts to lose its color, the color of whatever your hair started out with, then your strands is going to become more fragile and more drier. So it's vitally important, if you want your hair to continue to thrive, then you have to also take care of your hair. You have to learn that your hair is going to need moisture. You can't let it be all dried out. You can't just put on a scarf or a turban or even a hat. You can't even put this on without protecting the hair on top of your head. So these are some important steps that will help your hair, your gray hair, become a lot more, you know, beautiful and also thriving and long as well. Because one thing about women, we covet long hair, you know, most of us, and we want our hair to be thick and full and healthy. So the whole thing of growing your hair and having hair is, you know, a woman's glory. So, and it's definitely something that is important, and definitely something I want to talk more about on future videos as well. So definitely, ladies, you know, in closing, you know, I really want to say that a couple things. Ladies, I definitely want to say thank you all to my new subscribers. Please leave a comment or any suggestions that you would like to hear me talk about more, because I want to talk about the things that are dear to us. You know, all of these transitions of leveling up, you know, femininity and softness and everything is wonderful, but there's also some real things that we deal with. In addition to our hair changing, we also deal with our spirituality. We deal with, you know, problems at our job. We deal with sometimes even people, and, you know, people that treat us mean or cruel or bad. And it's something that I definitely want to talk more about, because, you know, as we level up, we want to have a much more, you know, kinder and gentle approach about life, you know, and we don't want to be mistreating anyone. We want to treat our sisters and our family and our brothers and so forth, and everybody that we encounter, with kindness. We want to treat people the way we want to be treated. So you have to have a great level of respect and a great level of admiration for yourself so that you can treat each other kind. So again, ladies, I hope you were able to enjoy this little short video about accepting and embracing your gray hair. And again, don't be ashamed of it. You know, sometimes wear your hair out full and thick like this, you know? I mean, I'm on actually a challenge. I'm not going to share it yet because I want to see the end results, and then I can share it with you ladies. So just stay tuned for future videos on the challenge. But I have started the challenge, but I don't want to tell you anything about it until I get to the end result. That way, once I'm like, oh yes, this stuff definitely works, then I will share it with you lovely ladies, and you could be on your long hair journey as well. So thanks for watching, and I hope to see you on the next video, and bye for now.